안녕하세요. Welcome to the 2025 Prime Day Summit in Korea. I'm Stephen To, and I'm the head of growth marketing for Amazon Ads in Asia. So I manage the marketing activities for Amazon Ads in China, in Korea, in Taiwan, and in Southeast Asia. And it's my honor here to deliver the keynote presentation to you today. So since 2022, 4 years ago, we have been organizing the Prime Day conference to help all of you better prepare for the upcoming holiday season. And I'm very glad to share with you, over the past few years, I have witnessed the booming of K-beauty brands. A lot of the Korean brands, like all of you, are very eager to go global. You want to expand your business outside of Korea, internationally. And many of you found success with Amazon. In 2025, this year, I think the key word is about uncertainty. There's a lot of uncertainties that we're facing starting from the beginning of this year. The policies about trade can change in a month, in a week, or even in a day. So how should we think about our business? How should we think about Amazon advertising in this period of uncertainty? That's going to be the theme of my keynote presentation today. And after my keynote presentation, we have prepared a full day of agenda to talk to you about the more practical tips on keywords, on ACOS, on selling, on different marketplaces. So then you'll be learning so much that you can prepare yourself. But now let me begin my presentation with 3 pieces of advice that I want to give to you. So the first piece of advice is that ask yourself, what doesn't change for your business? And for us, it is e-commerce penetration. This piece of advice comes from an admirable businessman here on the screen. I think many of you will recognize this is Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon. So Jeff delivered a lot of presentations before, and in one of his presentations, he got asked a question. He said, I very frequently get the question, what is going to change in the next 10 years? But I seldom get the question, what is not going to change in the next 10 years? And in fact, the second question, what is not going to change, is an even more important question, because we want to build our business strategies around things that can remain constant in time. So that's the wisdom of Jeff in the era of uncertainty. And what does it mean for us? Like I said, the e-commerce penetration. 22.7% is the e-commerce penetration in the US in 2024, according to Digital Commerce 360. So what does it mean? It actually means that of the big market in the US, about more than 1/5 of the sales, retail sales, are made online. And this trend continues because this is a record high number in 2024. After COVID, a lot of people were saying, maybe the e-commerce penetration has hit a plateau, it's coming flat. But if you look at figure, it doesn't lie. The e-commerce penetration is still rising with a positive trend. So what does it mean for us? First, I think you should ask yourself, what doesn't change for your business? What are the key elements that are so important for the success of your business that you have to figure out? Next, focus your key resources around these key elements. You want to make sure you spend most, if not all of your resources on the elements that really matters. Then lastly, in the period of uncertainty, prepare yourself when the opportunity arises. Because in the period of uncertainty, there's actually higher likelihood that you have some opportunity coming to you. So make sure when you see them, you're able to catch them. So that's the first piece of advice that Jeff gave us about what doesn't change. The second piece of advice is about focus on what you can control. And that is, stay focused on customers and innovations. This piece of advice comes from Rich Lesser, which is the global chairman for BCG. And BCG is Boston Consulting Group, a top-tier strategy consulting firm in the world. So before joining Amazon, I used to work as a management consultant in BCG for almost a decade, where we analyze, diagnose, and provide solutions for the top firms for all sorts of problems in the world. And Rich Lesser, which is the global chairman for BCG, he published a weekly newsletter to talk about what is on top of mind for the CEOs. So in the recent newsletter, not surprisingly, the CEO were talking about uncertainties. And there are different kinds of uncertainties that they were talking about. The first one is market uncertainty. So there are now unpredictable trends from consumer and market conditions in terms of what they like. The second uncertainty is supply chain uncertainty. We see more disruptions in logistics and also the raw materials procurement. The third uncertainty is economic uncertainty, where we see there's higher inflationary pressure, there are changes in monetary policies, and also fluctuation in interest rate. Then lastly, there is the geopolitical uncertainty, where there could be disruptions in trade and business operations because of international conflicts. So, facing all this uncertainty, what should we do? Rich gave us some advice here. First, make sure you improve your efficiency and productivity. Try to focus on operational efficiency and actively embrace AI to boost your productivity. Second, ensure resilience. Check and make sure your business processes are not shaken by the market shocks. Then, stay focused on customers, which is what Amazon has always done. Make sure you develop your strategy around the customers. Lastly, continuous innovation. So even in the period of uncertainty, make sure you maintain creativity and try to innovate as much as you can. And that's what Amazon do. We remain committed to innovation, and we want to stay focused on you, who is our customers. In 2025, for example, what we've done is we've made full funnel marketing easier for you. So this is a typical marketing funnel from awareness, consideration to conversion. And Amazon provides solutions for you at each stage. On the top, we have streaming TV, sponsored TV, Twitch, and Prime Video for you to increase your brand's awareness and exposure to the customers. In the middle, we have display ads, video ads, posts, and Amazon Live to help you enhance your consideration stage. Then at the bottom, for conversion, we have the famous sponsor ads from sponsor brands, sponsor display, and sponsor products, which help you close your sales. So if this sounds abstract to you, let me walk you through with an example. And so in this example, we have a customer called Zoe, and you can start from the left where it says 1 there. So imagine there's a customer called Zoe, and Zoe, was buying something for her dog. So she shopped for some dog-themed socks on Amazon, the website, and then she also went to Whole Foods to buy some dog food. So after these two purchases, the system will identify Zoe as a pet food lover. She will get that tag. So because of that tag, Zoe, when she turns on the Fire TV and try to watch TV, she's being targeted by the nutrition code of this tag pet food lover. And so this is the first time nutrition code actually exposed to Zoe. Then afterwards, when Zoe was watching something else, she actually got retargeted by sponsor brands where it shows an ad on the brand store of nutrition code. There, Zoe clicks the ad and she got directed to the brand store, so she browsed about nutrition code. And that's the second touch point. Then afterwards, Zoe was just browsing some websites casually, and she see a sponsored display ad on a product by the nutrition code. That's like the third touch point. And 2 weeks later, when Zoe was thinking about getting the new cereal, she went on the Amazon website, in the search bar, she typed new cereal. Guess what? Then Zoe actually saw the sponsored product ads from Nutrition Co. And because Zoe has already seen this for a few times before, she remembers the brand. She clicked in and she made the purchase. So this example, this customer journey, as you can see, this is not linear. It actually have different touch points along the journey. And for Amazon, what we do, it was try to collect a lot of signals from online, offline, from third party, and also from your brand. And when we connect these signals together to help you effectively target your customer in their shopping journey. So that's the second advice, which is to focus on what you can control. And here is the last advice I want to give you in the period of uncertainty. Stay curious and keep learning and investing for the long term. So this piece of advice comes from Warren Buffett, who is a legendary investor. Warren Buffett just delivered his 60th Investor Day conference a while ago in Omaha. And as you know, Warren Buffett is a famous investor for value investing. He really thinks for long term. So during the investor conference, a young lady came to Warren Buffett and asked, "How should I prepare for the future?" Warren Buffett just gave her a very simple but powerful answer. Stay curious and keep reading. As you might know, Warren Buffett really loves to read, and he spent a lot of time reading books and newspaper and all that. And so the essence here is, in the world of uncertainty, make sure you keep learning and investing for the long-term future. And to help you do that, from Amazon, we provide a full suite of webinars, Prime Day conference like this, and we also have a self-service platform called Amazon Ads Academy. So if you haven't checked out Amazon Ads Academy, you should, because there are a lot of free courses that you can take. Then, this year, we also introduced a new service, which is a one-to-one ads consulting service by our SMB ads consultant. So if you're interested to learn more about how your ads is performing and get some advice for free, you can scan this QR code and then try to schedule a time to talk to our ads consultant. And it's first come, first serve. So feel free to take a picture right now, and then you can do the scheduling later. And not just this, last year, we launched Rising Stars. And some of you may have seen the Rising Star documentaries. So Rising Star is a documentary where we feature brands like yourself. We try to document the aspirations, the challenges of building a brand globally. And in season 1, which is in 2024, we were very lucky to have Wishtrend, a very powerful K-beauty brand, to join us as the debut. So these are the screenshots that you can see. If you haven't seen it, you can go on YouTube and search Rising Star by Amazon Ads, Wishtrend, then you'll be able to find this series. And I assure you, this will be the best 15 minutes you spend by learning from your peer. So after we released the Rising Star last year, we got a lot of good comments. And there was also some of you saying that, "Oh, I want more practical sharing." So we hear you. That's why this year we launched a Rising Star Deep Dive series, where we invited the Wishtrend Amazon team and the Amazon experts to talk about the practical tips on how Wishtrend doubled their sales during the Prime Day season last year. So again, if you're curious and interested, go on YouTube, search the Rising Star Wishtrend, then you can find everything there that you can learn from. So I hope you enjoyed the conference. And let me summarize the 3 pieces of advice we talk about in the period of uncertainty. The first one came from Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon. Think about what doesn't change for your business. The second one came from Rich Lesser, the BCG Global Chairman. Focus on what you can control. And the last one comes from Warren Buffett. Stay curious, keep learning, and investing for the future. So I hope you would enjoy the conference today and wish you all the best in the upcoming holiday season in Prime Day. 감사합니다.